Alright, this is how to clean your Fresh Air surround. You've taken it from wherever you had it, and we're going to turn it around. We're going to unplug it. Comes right off in the back. You have received a screwdriver that fits the screw down here. You also have a plate and a felt. So we're going to unscrew it. It's a little bitty thing, so try not to drop it or lose it. There it is. And very simply, if you press in on the sides, tilt it, it comes out. Alright, we'll set our back over here. Now, we have, if you look here on the side, this filter here, we're just going to, there's two clips. So you just kind of lift it out like that, hold the filter, set that aside. We're going to take the filter off. This is only to protect the machine itself. We'll set it here. I happen to have another one, so I'm going to stick him right back there. And I'm going to put this right back on again. It'll only go on one way, and it snaps back in place. Now, these two screws here, I'm going to unscrew them. Try not to lose it. There it is. And this just drops forward and you lift it up. See, it sits in those right there. Okay, so this is clean. Now we have the inside. All we have to do is pull this plate out. This makes the ozone. We pull that out. It's clean on the inside. I'm going to take the new plate and slide it into these slots. You can see right there. It goes into the slots here and here. And you notice the metal here and here. So I'm just going to put my finger under there and lower the metal so that it slides in. I'll lift this one up a little bit. And now the metal is touching the grate, and it'll only go in just so far. We're good. Now I'm going to take the back. I'm going to set it into these slots here. It's just like that. Lean it forward. Take the screws, put them back in. Screw them in tight. And check the back. It looks pretty good. Just wipe it off. A little bit of dust. This sits in here. If you'll notice this here, it has to go up and in. And then it just pushes in. Now we have our little itty bitty screw that we're going to put back in. If you'll notice, it's right up underneath. There we go. Screw it back in. We're going to put the cord back on. It only goes one way. So we put it the way it goes. We're going to plug it in the unit in. Make sure everything's okay. We can also take the front off, in which case I'm not going to plug it in right at the moment. But take the front off, again 4 little screws. Just like this. So if you buy a new one and it's in a box, you would look for that plate because it needs to go inside the machine for it to create ozone. Otherwise, you just have a fan going. And if you want to make things simpler, get yourself a second plate and a second piece of felt. That looks pretty clean. This is a little dirty, as you can see, a little bit. And so I'm going to just pop it off. I'm going to take a cloth, and what I'm going to do first is, if you look in the sink, I have just a pie pan, something. I'm going to add some water to it, just about that much. I'm going to add just a dab of ammonia, not a ton. And I'm going to take the plate and I'm going to set that plate in there. I guess I need a little more water, just so it's covered. Now that should sit no more than 10 minutes. Alright, so that sits, and at the same time I'm going to take my filter, which is what protects the machine, and I'm just going to rinse it. Now, you may have a bunch of these, or you may just have the one. You can reuse it. And you take it, and you're going to let it dry. I'm just going to let it air dry. And I'm going to take this and rinse this off. You can let it air dry, or you can towel dry. Doesn't matter. For expediency, I'm going to do this. There we go. And we're going to put it back on. So it won't fit like this. It has to go like this. So put it on, push it in. And we want to make sure when we spin it that it's clearing. I'm going to wipe that off. Alright, so let's put it's pretty much the same on both sides. It sets in there. And we're going to put our screws back in. Without conversation, takes a total of 5 minutes to do this. I'm going to do every other one to make sure. Alright. Let's plug it back in, make sure everything's okay. And let's check it out. So power. And now if you look here, you see where it says perform cleaning? Right there. That's how we knew it needed to be cleaned. So over here it says reminder reset. So we're going to press that and that gets rid of it. The fan shows there. So we want to bring it down. And the purifier, well, it tells you. You can bring it up, it's whatever it is you need, or down. And of course the remote does that too. Most of the time it's going to be on RCI normal. If you're gonna, so normal or away mode, and these are your things. Okay, so it is working fine, and you should be able to smell some ozone, which is like fresh air after a thunderstorm, and we're good to go. And that's how easy it is. But we need to come back over here though. We will shut this back down. Oh, now it's within 10 minutes, obviously, so I'm going to pick this up. And it doesn't look like there's anything at all on this, but it's invisible. So we're using a soft toothbrush. And we're going this way, this way. And then we're just going to rinse it. Rinse it good. And you can let it just air dry, or if you're in a hurry, you can blow dry it. And that's how simple it is. You don't need to do it again until the little reminder light comes on. And that's how you clean a Fresh Air surround.